up and sit down.
Eurocom notebooks have always prioritized serviceability, customization, and extreme performance, even if it means higher costs, louder fans, and warmer temperatures. The 17.3-inch SkyX9C continues this trend with no regrets whatsoever, as evident by its Coffee Lake Core i7-8700K CPU, GeForce GTX 1080 SLI graphics, 64GB of DDR4-2666 RAM, and 4K UHD IPS display. Needless to say, it's one of the most powerful and expensive gaming notebooks available, besting even the $5,000 18.4-inch MSI GT83 VR. Visually, the Clevo P870TM-G chassis is essentially identical to the Schenker XMG U727, Clevo P870TM-G that we've already published earlier this year, and would recommend checking out our existing review here for more information on case quality and its wide array of features. Instead, the main focus of our SkyX9C review page will be on the desktop Core i7-8700K CPU and how it translates to a notebook form factor. Clevo systems have been incorporating traditional LGA CPU sockets over the past few years, and it was certainly inevitable for resellers like Eurocom to jump in on Coffee Lake as soon as its processors became available. Is the Core i7-8700K really any better than the quad-core Kaby Lake i7-7700K or Skylake i7-6700K? Direct competitors in this enthusiast market segment are hard to come by, since major manufacturers like MSI, Dell, Gigabyte, and Aorus do not yet offer gaming notebooks with desktop processors. If users can overlook this particular feature, however, then there are a small handful of SLI-powered Pascal alternatives, including the MSI GT75 VR, GT83 VR, Aorus X9, and Asus GX800. Users from North America or Europe can begin browsing and configuring the SkyX9C via its official product page here. Chassis design has not changed dramatically from the older Clevo P870DM back in 2015. Both aluminum and ABS plastic still make up the outer lid and bottom base, respectively, with the same LED lit accent marks on the outer cover and row of LED indicators surrounding the power button. Rigidity is excellent from top to bottom, as pushing down on the palm rests or center of the keyboard results in almost no visible warping. Attempting to twist the base from its sides results in no bending or audible creaking as well. The lid is more susceptible to warping along its corners and outer center, as is typical of large 17.3-inch notebooks. In terms of rigidity, the lid feels weaker than on the Alienware 17 but stronger than on the MSI GT72 series and Aorus X7 series. Construction quality is excellent, with only one minor flaw in our test unit. As shown by the picture on the right, the inner bezel does not sit perfectly flat against the edge of the screen and a small gap is visible. It's relatively common on MSI and Clevo notebooks, but it almost never occurs on an Alienware notebook. The gap is thankfully superficial and with no impact to the rigidity of the system. In terms of size and weight, The SkyX9C is heavier, slightly heavier than the MSI GT83VR, despite the latter being a much larger 18.3-inch notebook. Its footprint is very similar to the Asus G701VI and MSI GT75VR, even though these alternatives are less powerful in comparison. There's no denying that the SkyX9C is a very densely packed system without needing any novelty cooling methods a la the bulky GX800 cooling dock.